Right, I'm going to try a little experiment today. I usually just do videos and then upload them, but I'm going to try and do like the whole night in one video, obviously in sections, and join them together. I ain't got a clue how to do it, but I suppose I just learn. You know if it didn't work, because they'll be uploaded in 3 bits probably, but we'll see. I'm sure it's not too difficult. I mean, it's got to be a way of doing it. If young kids can do it, I'm sure I can do it. But I'll just show you this. Right, in the workshop where I work, got welder. Gonna weld a plate on there. See that little bit sticking up there? I'm gonna cut that off. Weld a plate behind there, fill it in. Smooth all that off. And put a bit of, once I welded it, put a bit of oil on it. That one as well. So yeah, might just do something with that as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, but something needs to do. Just a bit of metal on there, and there. That one ain't too bad. I'll probably leave that one. But that one, you just put a little bit in there. I think and fill it in, and crust it, push it over. Yeah. Not a bad job. So this as well, I actually got, let me get them, can you find them? Where are they? There's one. It's here somewhere. There's no. There it is. So this needs sorting out. I give this a bit too much of a kick in. Turns out I think there's a pin in here somewhere. That didn't move. I was trying to punch that through. So this nut, I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to drive this tap through the nut. And this die, I'm going to run down the other bit of thread to get it nice and sorted out. So this is let's see if I can get it, NF, so UNF, Uniform National Fine, 1 inch, 14 threads per inch. Now, if you look on a chart, the National Fine, 1 inch is actually 12 TPI. But the people, some people that I went to visit yesterday actually, called MB Tools, and they're at Whitney. If you want to know anything about them, just message me, I'll send you the details. But they helped me out. Like I say, I looked, there was a shop in Banbury that could get me this, but they wanted over 100 quid for that. And I found this place called MB Tools up near, it's actually near Welding. It's actually where Winston Churchill's buried. It's that area there, near Blenheim Palace, and they had these two for 20 quid, both of them. And I thought, well, no harm done. I mean, it was half an hour from where I live. Went down there and picked them up. So that keep them for, well, whenever. That is actually National Special, Uniform National Special. That's an American one, that is, but it's exactly the same. It's if I can find it, focus, my phone don't want to focus, but there you go, 1 inch, 14. So it's the same, same as that. This is the shaft, pivot shaft for the front of the combine. That's my elevator drive shaft, rattle elevator drive shaft, and what I was finding is these lock bearings here, they grip the shaft, and what happens is the bearing actually sits at an angle, so when it's running you can't get it to run smoothly. It locks, it goes tight as it's spinning round because the bearing isn't on straight. So what I've done is I went and ordered two like that. So the same bearing, but they've got a wider foot on them, and they haven't got a lock collar. So what I'm going to do is put them on and put some bearing lock on it, like some bearing fit on it, let it set, and they'll sit perfectly straight on the shaft, or hoping they will, and then do it up. And yeah, so that'll be better, and hopefully it'll run smoothly without any tight spots, because I just can't stop it from doing it with those lock collar ones. And we'll just keep an eye on it, see how it works, because you know, I hate it when they're like that, because obviously you're creating heat and you're taking energy and stuff, trying to, you know, get it past these tight spots. But there you go, so hopefully that'll work. Obviously I've got two of them. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Sweating already. I'll leave it at that, but I'll hopefully add another one in a minute. So, right, see you later. So, my idea is this. So, because this gap's bigger, I've cut this piece of metal here and bent it a bit. I actually used it, put it round the handle on a hammer and put it in the vise and bent it. It's not quite there, but the idea with this one is I cut it as close to that as I can and then weld it in, like actually weld it so that it fits that gap, because I want it to be level and I don't want that big gap to fill. Whereas this one, a piece of metal like this, or even a knot cut off of that because it's already bent, will go in there, and then I'll weld it to it and fill it in using these little clips to clip it on. Job's a good one, so I'll show you in a minute if it worked. It should do. So yeah, see you in a minute. There you go, looking good. There you go, look, that ain't welded in yet. I've just managed to fit that so that it just sits in there, look. So that should, if I'm gentle, should tack in to place. So that's that's actually the back edge. That's where, this is where the grain comes out and falls into the sieves. But I'm pretty pleased with that. What I'm going to do first is tack this end a little bit. Then I'm going to put these claws on and hold it so that it sits level, because this end's actually alright. It's sat in place pretty much. So yeah, looking good. There you go, look. I've done it. So the top of the thing was a bit thin and I had to sort of keep on filling it in. I know it's not the prettiest welding ever. I mean, the bottom's better, but it's welded. See, being thin, I had to keep on just going a bit at a time, otherwise it was just going to blow holes through it. I got it on a decent setting, so it's biting well. But I mean, it's in there, look. Look at that, you can't complain, it's gone through. Certainly better than it was anyway. So now use this grinder with a sander wheel on it to clean that up, and then I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. There you go, look. So chain comes from this way all the time, so it runs over. As long as it's not catching, I feel there's a little lump. Actually no, it's not too bad. So as long as there's nothing sort of sharp, but it will smooth itself off as it goes round anyway. And I reckon that's pretty good, to be honest. Just run a bit of sandpaper over it in a minute, but just want to bring your attention to that there. See that little mark in that little dot in the middle? That's a hole. Come on. Yeah, see it? See if there's any others. Okay. Maybe do a little bit more here, where am I? There. there as well, look. Well, just here, look, that's it. So, look at the side, look. It's cut through. But there you go, I'm quite impressed with that, it's alright. For you know, for a thing like just a home job, like you're doing it yourself, you know, can't complain at that. So obviously I've got to do the other side. Gonna just fill those in, grind them off, level, and paint it. Could do the other side tonight, and obviously I'll do them as well. Do them tonight before I go home, hopefully. Won't stay too late, but that just needs cleaning and rethreading, and one of the flanges needs straightening, and then that's all ready to go. Just sort that nut out. So I'd say another hour and a half's work. But there you go. I think I'll leave it at that. You get the basic impression. That's basically how I want to look after my combines, you know, is get them, just go through them. I mean, I've had this one 20 years now, and I knew that this needed doing years ago, and I just never really got around to doing it because it works alright, but I just thought this time I'd just get this final job done. And I'll tell you what, once all these are done and that gearbox leak's done, the combine's just going to be pucker. I mean, okay, it ain't painted, but so what? You know, the rest of it's good. It's a good combine. You know, it's going to work brilliant to that this year. Worked pretty good last year, but I mean, it's just going to be really a good combine. Both of them are going to be spot on, you know. And yeah, it's good stuff. All right, see you again. Bye.